dark night of the soul. How accepting unhappiness leads to true happiness. In the scope of human experience, there are moments when life takes on a hue darker than the deepest night. We begin to experience things unsaid, moments that words fail to capture. We enter a journey through the shadows of our souls. This period is commonly known as the dark night of the soul. This stage of life is not for the faint of heart. Though tumultuous and confusing, it is a time of transformation, an opportunity for profound self-discovery, and an inner initiation into new ways of seeing ourselves in the world. Paradoxically, one of the keys to emerging from this abyss is the willingness to accept your unhappiness. It sounds simple, even backward, but in truth, this acceptance holds the power to unlock lasting peace. Today, we delve into the art of embracing the shadows as a gateway to true happiness during the dark night of the soul, the paradox of acceptance. At first glance, the idea of accepting unhappiness to find happiness may seem counterintuitive. Society bombards us with images of perpetual bliss, smiling faces, success stories, luxury lifestyles, urging us to pursue pleasure and avoid pain at all costs. We are told that if we feel unhappy, we must fix it immediately. Take a vacation, buy something new, distract ourselves with entertainment, or chase after another milestone. However, the dark night of the soul challenges this conventional wisdom. It strips away distractions and forces us to confront the raw reality of our emotions. Instead of running from our unhappiness, it suggests that we should turn toward it, embrace it, and seek the lessons it holds. Pain, in this sense, is not a punishment but a teacher. Just as nightfall precedes the dawn, unhappiness, when accepted entirely, can clear the path toward a more genuine and lasting form of happiness. Why running from pain doesn't work. Modern culture often mistakes happiness for the absence of discomfort. Yet running from pain only deepens its grip. When we push away negative emotions, they don't disappear. They linger beneath the surface, silently shaping our decisions, relationships, and sense of self. Psychologists call this suppression, and research has shown that suppressing emotions can lead to increased stress, anxiety, and even physical health problems. On the other hand, acceptance allows us to work with our emotions instead of against them. By shining light on what we fear most, we strip it of its power to control us. The dark night, therefore, is not a detour but a doorway, a space where unhappiness reveals its hidden gift, the chance to grow into a deeper, freer version of ourselves. 4 pathways to accepting unhappiness. The journey of acceptance is not abstract. It is lived and felt in everyday choices. Here are 4 ways through which we can accept unhappiness to find happiness during our dark night. 1. Surrendering to vulnerability. For Sarah, a corporate executive, the dark night came in the form of a profound sense of emptiness despite her professional success. On paper, she had everything: a high salary, recognition, a comfortable lifestyle. Yet inside, she felt disconnected and hollow. Her instinct was to push through, to work harder, to silence the emptiness with new goals. But eventually, she allowed herself to sit with her unhappiness instead of outrunning it. In doing so, she uncovered a vulnerability that had long been buried beneath the armor of achievement. In surrendering to this vulnerability, she discovered a deeper connection with herself and with others. What she once viewed as weakness became the source of her authenticity. Vulnerability, far from being a liability, became the bridge to love, empathy, and inner peace. Cultivating a mindful presence. Accepting unhappiness is not a passive surrender, but an active engagement with the present moment. Mindfulness becomes a guiding light in the darkness, offering a sanctuary from the constant chatter of the mind. By cultivating awareness of our thoughts and emotions, we learn to observe them without judgment. Instead of labeling emotions as bad or wrong, mindfulness allows them to exist as part of the human experience. For instance, sitting quietly and noticing the feeling of sadness, how it moves in the body, how it changes with the breath, can be a radical act of courage. It breaks the cycle of resistance and creates space for acceptance and eventual transformation. When we are present, unhappiness is no longer an enemy. It becomes a visitor, carrying a message we can receive with open hands. 3. Self-compassion. In the crucible of the dark night, self-compassion becomes essential. It transmutes suffering into growth by shifting how we relate to ourselves. Self-compassion is not self-pity. It is the deliberate practice of treating oneself with the same kindness and understanding we would offer to a dear friend facing adversity. It is recognizing that pain is part of the shared human experience, that we are not alone in our struggles. By extending this compassion inward, we begin to untangle the knots of self-criticism and judgment. Instead of asking, "What's wrong with me?" we ask, "How can I care for myself in this moment?" This change in perspective softens the hardness of unhappiness and makes room for authentic happiness to blossom. 4. Rediscovering the joy within. A profound shift occurs as we navigate the depths of our darkness. The endless quest for external validation, more success, more approval, more possessions, gradually loses its hold. Instead, we discover an internal wellspring of joy that transcends circumstances. This joy is not rooted in fleeting highs or the avoidance of pain, but in the deep knowing that happiness is an inherent aspect of our being. It has always been within us, waiting to be unearthed through self-acceptance. This rediscovery often comes quietly. It may arrive during a walk in nature, a heartfelt conversation, or a moment of stillness when, despite the chaos, we feel a subtle but undeniable sense of peace. Such moments remind us that happiness is not something to chase, but something to remember. The larger meaning of the dark night. To view the dark night solely as suffering is to miss its deeper purpose. Spiritual teachers throughout history, from mystics like St. John of the Cross, who coined the term, to modern thinkers, describe this period as a sacred initiation. It is the dismantling of illusions, the breaking apart of false identities, and the stripping away of everything that no longer serves our growth. While it can feel like despair, it is also an invitation to awaken to a truer version of ourselves. By accepting unhappiness, we are not giving up. We are giving in, not to despair but to truth, and in doing so, we open the door to transformation, emerging into true happiness. In pursuing happiness, we often run from the very emotions that hold the key to our liberation. The dark night of the soul invites us to stop, turn around, and face the shadows with courage and openness. By accepting our unhappiness, we embark on a journey of profound transformation that ultimately leads to the rediscovery of authentic happiness within ourselves. The happiness that emerges is not shallow or conditional. It is durable, rooted in self-awareness and resilient in the face of life's inevitable challenges. In the dance with darkness, we do not lose ourselves. We find ourselves. And in finding ourselves, we uncover the enduring light that guides us through even the soul's darkest nights. Final thoughts. The dark night of the soul is not an ending, but a threshold. It teaches us that unhappiness, when faced with honesty and acceptance, becomes the soil in which true happiness grows. By surrendering to vulnerability, cultivating mindful presence, practicing self-compassion, and rediscovering joy within, we move from despair to clarity, from emptiness to fullness. Happiness, then, is not about escaping pain, but embracing life in its entirety. Light and dark, joy and sorrow, laughter and tears. It is the profound realization that even in the depths of our darkest nights, the seeds of dawn are already present, waiting to bloom.